Hey, what's up guys? Today is June 23, Tuesday, and ang topic natin ngayon is very timely since most of us is nasa bahay lang. So, mas nakakasama natin yung mga family members natin and yung mga relatives natin. And with that, ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is how to deal with toxic relatives. Since there is a lockdown, yung mga toxic natin na relatives, mas nagiging toxic sila. Kasi nga wala silang pinagkakabalahan. And then, worse is yung kasama pa talaga natin sila sa bahay or sa compound. Diba? So, I'm sure a lot of you guys can really relate na, hindi talaga natin may iwasan na yung magkaroon tayo ng member of the family or relatives na toxic. Okay. Ang ibibigay ko sa inyo ngayon is mga simple tips on how to handle yung mga toxic na kamag-anakan natin. So, number 1 is be direct. Okay, be direct. Toxic people do not care, about your feelings and thoughts. They are inattentive. Kahit na alam nila na, actually, hindi nila alam they are unaware na yung mga words nila is toxic, na nakaka-hurt sila ng feelings. Sila mismo sa sarili nila, hindi nila na-recognize na toxic silang tao. Diba? Well, be direct. Diba? Or sa first time na maka-encounter tayo ng mga kamag-anak na ganito, it's very important that we state our limitation and boundaries at the very first time. Kasi pag tumagal pa ng tumagal yan, so medyo mahirap na talagang i-cut off. So, number 1 is be direct. And number 2 is be brave and fearless. Kailangan mo maging matapang. Kasi itong mga toxic na tao na to, sobrang yung mga yan, sobra silang aggressive. And it's really normal to be afraid or to feel fear. Kumbaga, that's how they work. Diba? Parang they instill fear and shame. Diba? Yung magkaroon ka ng parang embarrassment or bumaba yung self-esteem mo. Ganun sila parang they would tell other people bad things about you. So, ikaw naman, kung mababa yung self-esteem mo, ang gagawin mo is parang you get affected doon sa mga sasabihin ng ibang tao or ng ibang mga kamag-anakan nyo. But, the best way to deal with it is just don't care. Diba? Sabihin mo na, pag sinabi sa'yo, you know what, ang sabi nila kamo is ganto ka, ganyan ka. Sabi ng ibang kamag-anak natin, ganto ka, ganyan ka. So, well, for me, I think the best response is, you know what, I don't know and I don't care. Diba? Kasi I know you're telling me that because you want to make me feel bad about myself. Diba? Being brave and fearless, in the long run, ikaw din yung magbe-benefit niyan. Diba? Remember, guys, that setting a boundaries is also a form of self-care. So, mamaya sa last part, i-discuss natin yan. Okay, so that's number 2, be brave and fearless. So, let's go on number 3, don't let them manipulate you. Ayun na nga, a toxic person is a master of manipulation. They can bend truth. Diba? Mga mental gymnastics. Yung mga yan. Toxic people are often master manipulators. They know how to play mental gymnastics. Yung pagbabaluktot nila ng mga reasoning or whatever you say, they would use that against you. And even your mga past experience mo, pag nakwento mo, diba, later on, pag nagkaroon kayo ng let's say, na argument, they will use that against you. So, be careful on or telling your story. Diba? Or experience dun sa toxic na person. So, later on, i-discuss pa rin natin yan. So, itong mga toxic na tao na to, mahilig sila kumbaga sa mga ngisda is tapunan ka ng bait or yung pain na pag kumagat ka, yan, magkakaroon na sila ng power to control you. 'di ba? And alam niyo din yung ano, kumbaga yung gagamba, 'di ba? Gumagawa ng sapot 'yan. And then pipilitin ka nila na ano, na matrap ka dun sa web nila. Kasi pag ganun na, ayun na nga, magiging kontrolado ka na nila until you give in. 'Di ba? Kung ano man yung gusto nilang, kung saan ka man nila gustong dalin ka dun sa isang sitwasyon na madedehado ka. Alright? And number 4, don't give explanations. Kasi the longer you engage sa toxic na tao, the more the situation get worse. So it's really important to disengage. Dun pa lang sa pagharap mo na siya, and then you feel na she would say something toxic or disrespectful against you, it's really important to disengage, diba? If you don't feel like talking about particular topic, so yeah, be true to yourself. Just tell the person na I'm not comfortable talking about this, diba? And yeah, the more you talk kasi, the more na binibigyan mo sila ng way para makapasok sa personal space mo, diba? And boundaries is really important. Okay, so move on tayo sa number 5, is to learn to withhold information. It means that you have to know what are the things that you can share, diba, only to that person. Kasi nga, katulad ng nasabi ko, toxic person knows how to turn your words and personal experiences against you pag kayo na ay talagang nagkaroon ng conflict. You always remember, guys, na you have no obligation to reveal anything about yourself to anyone, diba? Lalo na sa toxic na tao, diba? Ikaw at ikaw lang ang may control kung ano yung dapat mong sabihin and what is not. Kasi when you tell your story about your, let's say, bad relationships, diba, pwede niyang gamiting ano sa yan, weapon, diba, or sandata pag kayo naman ay nagkaroon ng conflict. Kasi ang way ng toxic person ganito magkikwento siya sa'yo na magkikwento about the other person, kasi parang kinukuha niya yung trust mo, diba? And if gusto naman talaga, pag nandun ka na sa situation na kaharap mo na yung toxic person and you have no choice but to entertain her or him, diba? So just make the conversation general and light. Wag pag-usapan yung mga buhay ng ibang tao or your personal stories. Siguro mas okay kung pag-usapan nyo yung mga light conversation, like yung bagong bukas na mall, or about gardening or about cooking, yung mga ganong light conversation lang. And yeah, katulad ng nasabi ko, don't give the person an ammunition that they can or she use against you later on. So always remember, guys, that toxic person only operates in 2 ways, diba? First is breathe, and number 2 is create drama. So that's their cycle, breathe and create drama. Alright, so number 6 is block them on social media. And kasi pag binlock mo yung mga toxic person, wala naman na sila makikita sa timeline mo So walang reason para magkaroon ng issue. Kung wala sila nakikitang update about you, then walang bagay na pwede nilang ibato sa'yo, And also, you are teaching them their place, kung saan lang yung lugar nila sa buhay mo, and also your boundaries. Or if they call you naman and you don't feel like answering them kasi alam mo agad na magdudulot lang sa'yo ng toxicity, so just don't answer the phone and don't feel guilty about not answering the call, diba? If it is really important, malalaman mo naman yan eh, then you can make a return call. In this way, you train your toxic relative in understanding that you don't respond to their toxicity and you only respond if you feel they are being respectful. So, diba? Malaking bagay na maturuan natin yung mga toxic na tao, especially mga kamag-anak natin, na to treat you with respect. Kasi mahirap maging doormat, diba? Mahirap maging basahan pag naumpisahan na nilang gawin, so ulit-ulitin na nila yan. And diba, hindi mo kailangan maging taga-bit-bit ng mga ng mga issue nila sa buhay. You have your own baggage to carry, and kung bubuhatin mo pa yun sa kanila, that's too much to bear. Alright, so number 7 is be creative with the truth. So, since yung mga toxic person naman is talaga mga pathological liar, and sometimes it's not bad naman, to also do white lies, diba? Yung magbend ka ng konting truth. And although in general lying is bad, alam naman natin na masama yung magsinungaling, no? But dealing with toxic person is really, really different, diba? So if you need to tell white lies, then yeah, just go ahead and don't feel guilty. Kasi mas yung mga toxic naman na tao is talaga mga sinungaling din naman, diba? And number 8 is make self-care crucial. Yung self-care is ano bang dulot nito sa atin? Of course, pinapalakas nito yung boundaries mo and yung limitation towards toxic people, diba? Know your feelings and honor them, diba? Kung ano talaga yung naramdaman mo, and that is valid, so just honor it, diba? And self-care will show you what makes you happy and miserable. So pag ginagawa mo yan constantly, now you're always in the present moment, so mas madali mong ma-identify yung mga bagay na magpapasaya sa'yo and yung magdudulot sa'yo ng miserable situation. Alright? So yeah, put yourself first in every situation so that you will receive a peace of mind, encouragement, rest, of course, syempre, and motivation. Kasi bakit rest? Kasi you know what, dealing with toxic person is really nakaka-drain talaga ng energy, diba? It will give you headache and anxiety. Yun yung pinaka-extreme, diba? Nagkakaroon tayo ng anxiety dealing with toxic person. Yeah, just be in the present moment. So in that way, aware ka din kung paano ka makikipag-deal naman sa ibang tao. So yeah, so I guess may napulot kayo na kahit papanong tips on how to deal with toxic people, especially mga kamag-anak natin. And if you guys have comments or reaction, please do so. I really appreciate if you would give your reactions and comments. And hintayin nyo guys yung part 2 nitong topic natin on how to handle a toxic person. So again, that's all about it. Much love, peace, and namaste.